I got shit to do, people. I got bed. I got fucking bedding. I gotta go out. I gotta do laundry. It's crazy, truthfully, what's happening out here. Of course, we are waiting Jim Stansel as he's late as always. There's no reason for me to be late because I have my setup right here, right now, in the king size. A lot of clamorage about the king size this week, Cabana King. People have been talking. I heard Opie talking king beds. I heard Kevin talking king beds. That was last week because I gotta be honest, I haven't listened to any of MLC this week. I don't really know what's going on.
Well, I mean, having a bed like that is hard to listen to anything because basically you get off work, you come home, and you just go straight to sleep. I'm surprised you're up this early.
I know, but truthfully. Here's my co-host, Jim Stansel. We just started just a little bit early because I do have a side job. I'm going to actually roll out of bed this afternoon.
No.
Yes. Can you believe it?
Don't leave that bed, dude. If
What's
you
yeah?
there and sleeping in that.
Why are you leaving the bed?
I promised someone that I would fix their ceiling fan, so maybe
get fucked.
You might be right. You might be right.
Blow it off. Aren't you already drinking?
Not yet. No, I do have some beers over here for the show, but I was going to take an Uber over there with my tools.
It's always better to drink before you work.
You always drink before you drive, and you always drink before you work.
You don't get on a ladder without having at least a good buzz.
No reason for it.
Yeah, I mean, it helps.
How are you doing? How was your week? What's going on? Anything new to report?
Oh, I have. Since I'm doing this from my phone, look at this. I have a whole list of things.
Wow, we got stuff to get to.
I got a whole list of goddamn things. My life is in shambles. I'll be homeless in a matter of 4 days. I'll be living in my car. Meanwhile, Stevie Lou's getting donated all this money because he broke up with his girlfriend. Where was my fucking donations 3 years ago, Kevin? Where's the help for old Stansel? Taking all these donations for Stevie Lou because he broke up with his dumb wife. He broke up with his dumb wife, and nobody reaches out. Nobody helps old Stansel.
1 second. Before you go too far, you're going to have to fill me in because I got something I'd like to admit. I haven't watched 1 second of MLC this week. Not a one.
Wow.
Not
what do you want?
One.
Oh, then I've got news for you.
I was in the comments. Sure. With the sound off.
Go to sleep, but now you have a king size, so you just can
fall asleep. That, and I mean, normally I would put it on my huge TV that I have over here now that I redecorated my comfortable room. But, MLC has been terrible lately. So tell me what's going on. Stevie Lou got a divorce. He was supposed to come over and be in the king size this week, and he blew that off, too.
Well, he also said did he call you at all? He said, before I get to that, I had it on my little, of course I had it on my little list here because this is a real show.
Right.
We're not just playing with puppets. He said, first of all, he's distancing himself from you.
Why?
Oh, wow.
That he's distancing himself from you. You don't know anything about that?
No, I don't. I have
That's what he told Kevin on the show. I was going to ask you. That's why I just asked you. This is me asking you.
No, last thing I heard from Lou was last weekend. I texted him and asked him if he would like to come up and co-host with me live from the king size, and he said he would let me know. So I don't know what's going on with that. If he wasn't
maybe
himself, that's just fine. Just don't invite me next time to film your fucking boxing match, you fucking asshole.
Distancing himself because you invited him to come over and lay in bed with you, you know.
Well, there's nothing wrong with that, truly. If you knew how
is he a bit homophobic, you think, or is this another Stevie work? Stevie does like his work.
It's probably a Stevie work, but no, actually, I know
we don't do that here.
It can't be a work because he hasn't called me. Because if he had any pair of balls and he wanted to distance himself, he would call me and tell me why, like a real man.
Interesting.
Yeah, so I don't know.
So that's issue one. Let me tick that off my notes here.
There you go.
And then hot on the heels of that, and listen, we wish Stevie Lou well. At least I wish Stevie Lou well.
I do too. I don't know what the problem is. I consider.
Sorry, go ahead, Cabana.
And a queen, and he's seen what you're working with over there, and he's upset.
Maybe
You
You
know?
know what? That's a fair point. Maybe he's sleeping in a queen, and
He could be envious of your bed.
right.
Maybe that, and then actually, that's a great point. We may be onto something here, boys. I might be Alex Jones of this MLC version.
You might.
So Kevin got out of him, and again, we're not making fun of Stevie, but I guess he's getting a divorce from his wife. He let slide on MLC, which then proceeded to everybody super chatting him, and Kevin making a big deal about how we're going to give him money and help him out. Again, that's why where the hell was all this for me? But anyway, here's a theory. Thanks for all the help, Kevin, when I've been living in a garage for the last 3 years and never been asked to you never help me once. But here's a theory. Maybe his wife left him because of the bed size.
That's
Ooh.
If you look it up, there's a few things that lead to divorce, and one of them's money, and the other thing is not enough sleep and stress. And not enough sleep, small bed. I mean, it goes hand in hand.
You're not getting adequate hours of sleep in that.
Yeah.
No.
If you got a smaller bed than a king size.
It ruins everything. Sleep is important.
I mean, even little Lemmy here is making a great point.
I can't see that. I'm on my phone today.
Yeah, she's a woman, and she says bed envy is real. So maybe that's what's going on out there. Maybe that's why Stevie wants to distance himself. Can
you still see me when I do this?
Yes, I see you. You look fine.
All right. I'm on my phone, so I'm looking at the comments.
That cool?
Thank you, little Lemmy.
Yeah, so now it's a big pity party for Stevie Lou. Meanwhile, I've been in a living hell for the last 3 years, and nobody gives a shit, much less Kevin Brennan. So they call me Petty Crocker. I don't give a fuck. Yeah, I'm petty. Call me Tom Petty. Where's my fucking money, you pieces of shit? Thank you, little Lemmy. Little Lemmy's the only one that cares about me.
Little Lemmy does care about you. She waits for the show each and every Saturday. That's why I said we should have a set time and date, and that is, folks, Saturday at noon or noon 30, whichever one.
Now, I noticed. I mean, I understand why. Beautiful bed. It's all about the bed here. Now, I understand why, but you mentioned you might have done this outside today.
I did. What happened was me and Cabana here were doing a little bit of gambling, and I ran out of time to set up. But I might send myself the link and go live from my phone because I'm a little bummed.
Yeah, send the link to yourself.
Yeah, I might send the link to myself.
Send you the link.
Go live from my phone because I walked up. I went to the bank this morning, as I always do on a Saturday, to cash.
Whoa! What are you living in the 1950s?
Oh yes, basically where I work, they only write handwritten checks, and it's
you deposit it on your phone.
Well, yeah. I had to set up an account. That's what I went to do.
Wow, somebody's doing well.
Yeah, you see the size. Yeah, I had to get money to gamble with and lose, unfortunately. But
oh, good. So you already lost your check.
Not half of it. Yes.
Sorry, just crossing some things off on my list here.
It's okay. It's okay. I know you saw that $500 parlay I placed the other night.
Yes. Now, from what I hear, from what I gather on the wire, you meant to bet $50.
I meant to bet 50. I accidentally put an extra 0, and it was a 1/8. It was a 1/8.
Maybe Kevin's right. Maybe you are an idiot.
I'm probably dumb. I mean, I was drunk when I did it. It was 3 o'clock in the morning, but
there is a correlation between having a big piece and low IQ.
True. Maybe half of my brain is in my cock.
Somebody posted your cock on Twitter again this week. They're very, very envious. Did you see that?
I did see that. Of course, I had to screenshot that. People are.
It's my screensaver.
Yes, there you go. Beautiful. Now, there's some other stuff I've heard going on out there. I don't know, truthfully. I do have more voicemails. We'll get to that later. Of course, there's rumors swirling that Ray DeVito was staying at Teamster Tim's house and dropping pills all over the place.
Oh, boy. Can we get wow, Teamster Tim's giving us all the last week he told us Aaron Berg and everybody on Ray's show bombed. This week Ray's throwing pills all around his house. What's happening?
Falling out of his pockets is what I was
What
told.
kind of kratom pills? Is his heroin pills?
I know they said there was so many different kinds. He hasn't had time to look up to see what they were, but all kinds of different pillage just falling out of his pockets.
Jesus.
Over there. And now Teamster Tim wouldn't have a problem with it if he didn't have a dog. So that's Teamster Tim's issue with the whole situation, is he doesn't want of course Gracie, the beautiful Gracie, to get towards those
beautiful
pills.
dog.
and absolutely try to demolish them. I also invited Teamster Tim up here to the king size, and he politely declined for
I doubt it
known
was
reasons.
polite.
Well, I tried to say it the best way I could. I
Well,
mean, we were FaceTiming with him this morning, and he's come a long way since the early days of Burning Bridges. We were able to talk about cock for a little while.
Well, that's good.
Size, and you never forget on not MLC, Burning Bridges. Whenever cock was brought up, he
Rest in
left the
peace,
studio. Yeah, rest in peace, a real show.
real show.
he
yeah.
stayed on FaceTime the entire time I was in there taking a dump. I mean, he just, it was just like it was.
Really, he's coming around in his old age. He's really gaying it up. I mean, yeah,
He's finally starting to get out there a little bit.
very progressive, Mr. Teamster.
Well, I think, yeah. Well, I don't think I wouldn't necessarily call it progressive. I think that you and I, Stancil, have come a long way in making cock funny, and we were able to change his mind about how funny talking about hog size really is. I mean, there's nothing funny.
We're conquistadors of cock. We're just taking over the world. We're getting the word. Conquistadors of cock. All I do is I'm not funny. I don't do anything. I don't have bits, but goddamn it, I know how to make a goddamn t-shirt. I'll tell you that.
Right. I don't know. This is do views pay a got a super sticker. Thank you for the 99 cents. I'll be sure to put that right into a gumball machine. I really
No, we're gonna send it right into a slot machine.
Yeah, we'll send it into one of those machines. Yeah, so I don't know what's going on. There's some animosity between Kevin and I as I think he has blocked my phone number. I asked him to send me the link. Well, actually, you know what? I did not. I said I'm available again this week, and there was no text back.
You gotta just keep. I think he might have mentioned that. You gotta just keep banging. Now you just gotta keep texting.
Anytime I'm available. We happened to close the store early yesterday, so I said, "Hey, I'm available." The show's then I turned it on.
Leads me
Stevie Lou being a crybaby on MLC. And so I immediately turned it off. So I haven't watched one episode this week. It stinks. It's bad. I don't know if it'll ever be good again, Frank.
Well, just to cover MLC, just to put it behind us for this app, because I have some other harrowing stories I'd like to get to.
Good.
And lest we forget, MLC at its core is essentially a soap opera. So people forget that. We're here to talk about the soap opera. We're just like they have the shows about The Bachelor. Correct. This is the original show about MLC, often duplicated and often imitated, never duplicated. Whatever. Right. Who gives a fuck?
We are the best. We're the first, and we will.
But a couple. Yes. So I just have a couple notes. Well, first things first, because you mentioned Kevin being on the outs with Kevin, and I had it related to Stevie Lou. Do you feel like you're persona non grata in the MLC world and I feel like you're being ostracized. You're kind of the bad boy of podcasting now. All the mass hate you. All the fake puppets don't like you. I love it.
I think it's the king size, but I gotta say,
envy.
I actually got and received, even from some of the heavy hitters, some nice messages. DMs on Twitter on Thanksgiving. Guys like Saint Ranger, guys like Vaping Dago, wishing me a happy Thanksgiving. So I think it's all a work, really. People know I'm good on the show, and that's just the case. And it's fun.
I think the good eggs, like the people you mentioned and a couple others, but I think the good eggs get it. But I think there is a lot of Mongols, newer, and a lot of the super chatter, high rollers. I tweeted it yesterday, and a lot of the OGs liked it. There's been an influx in low IQ fans since the super chat era started. I think directly related to people thinking Kevin cares about them because they give them their paycheck every day.
Right. Well, we all know where it came from, and I'm not, and I absolutely.
And Kevin's doing what he has to do. I'm not blaming. I'm just stating, as I've always done. I just state facts here.
Correct.
There's nothing wrong.
Too. I'm saying the show's bad, but I mean, if he's making money, that's fine.
I'll tell you.
I'm saying on record right now, the shows in the last 2 weeks have been terrible. Kevin, and I know you watch this podcast. You watch
He
every
loves
week.
this show. He loves this show.
Terrible.
Yeah.
I was in I'll get to I had a long talk with one Mr. Tom Cassidy last weekend, but I'll get to that in a minute. Oh yeah, a lot of stuff on and off the record I can't speak about, but we'll get to that in a second. That's what they call a teaser in the biz. That's why this is a real show.
Well, yeah. Y'all started the show talking about MLC, and when you run out of stuff to talk about MLC, there's a problem. I mean, there's nothing to talk about. They just get on there, talk noise, talk shit, and it's kind of. I tried to listen to it the other day, and I just had to turn it off. I mean, I'd rather listen.
Well, for the first time, because again, we have fun. We cover the news here. I cover the MLC news. Everyone knows I'm a beautiful boy.
The original wrap-up show of MLC.
Right, and I do listen to every ep. However, the episode with the puppet, I won't even say its name. I got, and even Chad agreed with me on Twitter. I couldn't do it. I got 20 minutes, and I was just like, I'm out. It's like for children, like it's like adult children that like this stuff. It's doing a Kermit voice. It's corny as hell. And here's the thing: don't get me started on who cares whatever a sketty tooth is. I don't even know what that is or what that episode was. I watched it because it was fun watching Chad get angry about it. But my point is, and I believe I said this last week or recently, these are all people in the near past. There's probably a better way to say that, but who cares? In the near past, these are people Kevin would rip apart. I mean, it started with, now Kevin has puppets on, horrors on. He's talking about fans all the time. Whatever. I know I'm beating a dead horse. If you watch this show weekly, this is just beating a dead horse because I've covered this. But the best ep, again, yesterday, best ep of the week, solo ep, as always. This is not, none of this is a knock on Kevin. It's as we've always said, guests are gay. That's been our motto forever, right? And he's always worried about guests. So I think even he's coming around on understanding guests are gay. At this point, I'll take Chad over most of these people he's having on. I hate to say it. And by the way, I don't believe this was covered on MLC yet. I don't believe it was. Did you see Chad call Gino on Thursday live on In Hot Water?
I did not see this. What happened?
Okay, you got to pull it up. I can send you the link after. He called in. He wished Gino well. I thought he was going into a work, but he just literally wished Gino well. He enjoyed it. He asked, Gino invited him on his birthday show in New York, December 27th, and Chad said he would honestly like to do it live in person. So Kevin never covered that from what I saw. I don't know if he saw it. I may have sent it in a group chat to him this morning. I didn't finish the solo episode unless he got to it. But very interesting.
I do think it's one of Kevin's sticks, as always, where he refuses to speak certain names at certain times. And this is one of those zones where he refuses to say Gino's name. If you haven't noticed, he really has.
He talked about me. I met out with Keanu's mom this week. How about that?
Yeah, I know. I saw that. Beautiful stuff, really. And
Kevin couldn't believe. Kevin said on the show he couldn't.
That's supposed to be my date to Gino's wedding, and you stole her right from me.
Hey, she's a good kisser. Go for it. I didn't bang her.
Yeah, well, I mean,
now you got some lipstick. She put some lipstick on a pig, and then I made out with her.
After protesting Gino's show and multiple fights. Gino
that's
had. I don't think that I'm going to be invited to the wedding, so I was trying to scoop up Keanu's mom as a date so that I can get a free pass. But you.
Well, that's my point. He always rips me for doing Gino's show, and he's entitled to. That's fine. I get it. As I've always been, I'm a mercenary. I can like Kevin. I can like Gino. It's not a fucking. You don't follow blindly like a sheep. At least I don't. A lot of these people do. I'm not. But Chad is making good with Gino, which good for him if he is. I would assume Kevin should have something to say about that as well. If he essentially went on In Hot Water on Thursday for about 10 minutes.
Well, I think Kevin is more focused on reading super chats and telling them how great they are. The David Chan.
But yeah, how about that?
Great.
Chad. December 27th, the Stand NYC. I'll be doing my annual prop show with Steve and Chad Zumach on the lineup, folks.
I will be there. I will be in attendance. If I'm not in Texas, I will be there December 27th.
Huge Chad fan over here, Stancil. I mean, he did.
Listen, he's been killing lately. I hate to say it. Chad's been good.
Well, compared to the other people he's having on, and listen, I've said all along, I've never hated Chad. I've done all my shit talking on Chad in public eye. I've never done any personal shit to him.
Correct.
I've never done any weird shit. I've never texted him. He's always DM'd me first in the past when he's having his manic episodes. I don't hate Chad. I've never hated Chad. If you haven't noticed yet in the last 4 years, however long I've been doing this, I enjoy talking shit about everything.
Right.
And if you don't get it, you're probably a super chatter.
Right. Yeah. And I've never
sorry, please
Chad.
Super chat. I don't have any money.
We all know why I originally called the Bahamas is because he threatened to call my girlfriend's school and dox her. So I decided to take it upon myself to call the Bahamas and let them know that there was
as an ATF agent.
Chad was out there for a while, but it sounds like he found the right doctor and the right medication, which I've seen with a lot of people. So you might need to talk to him about that, Stan. So,
I agree with that, Cabana. That's a great point. It does seem like he's been more of a normal person lately. Maybe he actually isn't drinking. Maybe. Although, did you see what happened on his stream? Was that yesterday or 2 days ago?
I did not. I'm not caught up on anything that happened this week with podcasts.
I just saw a quick clip of it, but essentially, he was doing his podcast and he looked up in a way that looked like somebody was in his house, and it looked genuine. He was like, I got to, sorry guys, I got to end this podcast. I got to go. And I think that was the last anyone's heard from him. So he might be dead.
Well, I think what I think happened on there, and as much as I hate to say it, is Patrick Milton was sniping him, and every time Chad, the super sniper, is getting sniped, he always figures out a reason to end his show. So I believe that is what happened. Is that everybody was letting him know that, hey, you're being sniped, and so I believe that he looked up, and that's just my theory.
I have a theory here, and it's probably that he doesn't have his own place and he's staying with somebody and he's home and
he does always talk about having a 2-bedroom, but we've seen the inside of his atrocious apartment.
Whoever it is got off work and he had to go. Or they came in and, he just didn't want to be there bullshitting, or maybe he's trying to hide the fact that he's still doing podcasts because they're telling him, hey, Chad, maybe you should just go to rehab and quit doing all these podcasts. I don't know. But that's what it sounds like to me, because, anytime I've tried to do this podcast and anybody walks in the room, I immediately hang up the phone.
I'm embarrassed. I've been embarrassed for 3 years doing this podcast. I don't want anyone to know.
Cabana, you were the original sidekick, and then I immediately latched on to Jim Stancil thanks to Kevin Brennan. That was actually, I can go back in my DMs. He's the one who recommended you, Stancil, for this podcast.
Wow. Put that on a t-shirt.
I don't know if I've ever told you that, but yes.
Wow, look at that. Listen, Kevin, I got to get as I keep saying, the last time any communication about doing Kevin's podcast was the one I was on with Stuttering John. By the way, classic episode, never forget, where I was called Fonzie by that mongoloid. By the way, I'm blocked by Stuttering John. No idea why.
Hilarious.
But I got to get... I don't know. Obviously, I'm homeless, but once I get a new computer, I'm doing this from my phone. We've narrowed down the issue to my computer. Right. So that's why if there's more than one guest, and even sometimes with one guest, aka 3 of us, my computer basically melts down like the fucking Chernobyl. So I need a new computer. Once I get a new computer, you got to let me on, Kevin. We got to clear the air. I think it would be a spirited discussion, a State of the Union, if you will, on the state of MLC. I think it would be a great ep. I'm not coming on I love this show. That's the whole point of all of this.
Yes.
Like I said, it's a soap opera. This is the wrap-up show of MLC, just like they do of The Bachelors and all that gay shit.
Right.
So that's the reason I haven't been on. People are like, "Oh, you never go on." Yeah, because I don't offer to be on because I don't want to go on with a shitty connection,
right?
Or drop out and then that. So I'm waiting for the right time, MLC's not going anywhere. So that's what's happening there, folks. So shut your fat mongoloid mouths.
Good.
Rack me.
Good
Point.
going on with being homeless? I know you want to get another computer and everything, but why don't you just get you like a 9 to 5 too while you're at it? I mean, Monday through
It's not
Friday.
about the money. I make fine money. It's about working to in this area in Fairfield County. It's about working, doing all this work, and then scratching and clawing to pay $1,600 for a hole in the wall studio.
That's exactly what my rent is, and it's
Yeah.
I couldn't
At
do it.
least you have a nicer spot.
There's no way I could do it alone. There's no fucking way.
Down. So I'm not only am I doing it alone, but down. You actually have a nice. You have, what do you have? 3 bedrooms, 2 bedrooms?
Me, it's a 1.5.
All right. Well, still, that a 1,600 is the cheapest down here, and they're all studios, and they're all, they're all in fucking just apartment buildings, where you're pounded on top of each other like chinks. Excuse my language. Orientals.
I make $667 a week. I mean,
that's about what I make.
There's no way I could fucking afford this place without having.
So my point is, everybody's like, "Oh, get another job, work harder." No, I'm not a sheep. So I'm gonna work 60 hours, 80 hours to pay for a hole in a wall just to that. You're a slave. That is and I blame our parents' generation and the generation before them as well for buying into this slave society we've made ourselves, where we're supposed to be happy being sheep, just like they want us to be. We're little cogs in the wheel, and they trick you into pretending that that's what you're supposed to do. It's all nonsense.
Even if it's a hole in the wall, you can make it your place. And there's nothing better than getting off work, feeling like you accomplished something, getting home, dropping your drawers, pulling out your dick, and just being able to fucking walk around and do whatever the fuck
You're
want.
not wrong. You're definitely not wrong. And that's why I would like my own place. But that's the balance. I'm not going to kill myself just to afford it.
For a 1-bedroom here in Houston, and I'm about to try to get a house, but it's like everything's fucked right now. Hopefully something changes next November, but we'll figure that out later on.
I mean,
we just need an atom bomb. We need an atom bomb. Let's reset.
Yes,
I'm ready. Natural selection. I scream about it daily in my car and in the world. I just drop the bomb. Let survival of the fittest come back. Let's clear out all these soft-handed beta cucks who are taking over all these cities with their finance and IT jobs that haven't worked a real day in their lives. Kill them all.
Just that alone, it's like people out there have to do what Cabana and I did. We both did the same thing unknowingly in almost the same amount of weeks. We just walked into a place, lied about a resume, just make a fake resume, folks, and say you did this and you did that. And then you're looking at this man. He's some kind of superintendent now, overseeing shit. He's never done it. He just
superintendent of schools.
No.
I'm over here doing shit I've never done before because I just lied about doing it. They asked
it's good to lie.
It's great to lie.
They're like, "Why are you working?" They go, "You need to go sit down and tell these other rookies to basically do the work." And I'm like, I don't want to be assholes to these guys, and they're gonna fuck it up anyways.
Yeah, now you're a big bad boss because you walked into an interview and you lied about the things you've done, and they believed you because alcoholics are great liars, and we're both alcoholics. True.
We got to put lying. It's great to lie. Put that on a t-shirt.
Yeah. Lying is.
I got in an altercation on a train this week where I had to leave the train.
1 second, we'll get into that.
Please, yes, there is no rush.
Jeremy wants to spread my thighs.
Yeah, why are you wearing? I was going to bring that up. Why are you wearing pants under that thing?
Because I have to quickly go to a side job directly after the show. So
you should wear that. Please wear that outfit.
I'm gonna wear this outfit.
That's crazy. Spread your thighs like that, and still both legs stay on the bed.
I know. Isn't that amazing?
What's that? King size, right?
Of course it's a king. I was trying to get Pat Oates over here to go live from the size, but he had 2 gigs to do.
Ooh, today. Live from the size. There's your little. That's a spin-off show you could do. That's a little. That's a live from the size.
And you call all your boys to come over and lay down and do a podcast.
And even if people call in, you can even have people call in like Cabana. Cabana looks very comfortable. Now, what size are you on? Is that a couch? Is it a bed? And what size, please?
It's a Q. It's a queen. It's bed. I mean, honestly,
The
I'm
funny
trying.
thing about Cabana is, and I hate to cut him off, is that
Huh?
he actually has his bed in his living room instead of his bedroom.
Well, yeah, because I got the big TV. You know, I can watch everything going on here, and it's great. I
Yeah, give
mean,
us a
Wow,
walk around.
beautiful. Now
Unlike
what?
Ray DeVito, give us a walk around. See, let's see what's
Yeah,
going
this is
on.
a beautiful residence. It looks
yeah.
like
Oh,
truly. Now
great.
what goes on in the bedroom?
That's where I store everything from ex-girlfriends,
Yeah,
and I
didn't you
turn
put
them all their
all of
stuff.
your ex-girlfriend stuff out on the porch this morning and then quickly bring it back in? Or
Yeah, but I got her straightener since I don't have a pair of tongs, and here in a little while I'm gonna be cooking some burgers.
that's how you
Your
do it, Paul.
your ex-girlfriend, the cokehead?
Not
Yeah,
the one that's in jail, a
she's
new
still
one.
in jail. I got with another girl. She was pretty cool, but she wanted to talk a little lip to me. So I got all her stuff here packed. Uh,
Good.
it was on the porch this morning, and I was like, fuck, I'm about to leave for the next 2 days. Going to the Texans game tomorrow. Texans will beat the shit out of the Jaguars.
Great game. I'll be honest. I covered this on Sports Mass with my black friend Travis. Was that on
Yeah,
Thanksgiving morning?
I got a little. You didn't ask him hog size. I was a little surprised on that.
He was a little skittish. It was his first podcast. I let him off easy. He'll definitely be back. He had fun.
I
But
thought he was good.
the
I thought he was good. I thought he was good.
Oh, he's great. He's from Queens. He's an OG sports radio guy like me. We're both Mets and Jets fans. If you didn't watch it, go check out the new Ski Mask. All these other shows that have black people on. We're the only ones that do it. But the
Yeah.
Jags Texans game tomorrow is actually a great game. One of the games of the week, frankly, truly.
Maybe I'll drop 500 on it and we'll see what's going on.
Yeah, maybe you'll try to bet 5 and bet at 500.
I don't even have 500 anymore.
Oh, I spent. Sorry, go ahead.
No, it's all good, man. I lost a lot of money last night. It is what it is. But
Oh
yeah,
didn't you go to the strip club last night? What's going? Well, I haven't been to a strip club in a while, actually, since we were in Utah with the great Vinny Cash. But what's going on with the state of strippers now?
usually
Yeah.
call me the strip club JEW, man. I don't spend shit in there, but I brought my boys there, and I'm irritated about the situation with old girl wanting to back out and leave all her shit here. So I'm like, fuck it. So I go in there and I just pull out 20s after 20s. I'm throwing a 20 here and buying drinks here.
Wow.
I got like 4 Puerto Rican girls that I can't even understand talking to me, and I'm like,
Did you do some coke?
no, definitely didn't do any of that. But
Way to lie right to my face.
it is what it is, man. It's been a rough week. I was celebrating a new big bad job where I'm a big bad boss. Listen, I go to work now. I used to come home covered in mud. I come home now and I don't even have to take a shower before
That's
I go to work
amazing.
today because I've been in straight AC.
Lie, folks. Lie,
Yeah.
people. People lie. Lie. Walk in, lie.
Lie
About everything.
you
Self
know?
checkout. Lie. Lie about this.
Lie to get ahead. Lie to
It's
get
not
ahead.
lying. It's not lying when you just walk in with a nutsack of confidence and you're just
Right. Well, yeah.
Right.
you know,
It's also not lying when they ask to see the receipt and you just show them the receipt and they're not reading it. They just have to read. They just have to ask for it.
yeah. And then all of a sudden,
I stole $300 worth of groceries the other day. I'm fine. Fridge
Nice.
full.
I wake up with a hangover and I look at my email and it's like, here's your offer letter, 6 figures, truck, all types of shit. And I'm like, yo. But what did I do?
It pays to lie. It pays to lie, literally.
Yeah.
Beloved.
You know,
Chatters,
Cabana's a big bad boss. Ski Mask is a big bad boss.
Big
Yeah.
bed boss. That's another t-shirt.
Another T-shirt. It's all I do. I just make T-shirts.
Beloved Chatter says, my last job did a month-long background check, including strands of my hair. Yes, I know all about that, Beloved Chatter. I got fired from the oil field for the same reason.
We've heard that story.
We signed a 10-year contract, and they decided they wanted some strands of hair. What they find? Coke. Right in the hair. So 3 days.
Gay.
Yep. Fired for coke. Wow.
Yeah. You looked at me that night and you go, they're probably going to drug test me. Imagine driving all the way to basically a 6-hour drive,
It's 8.5. 8 hours.
8 hours.
I shit my pants on that drive one time and had to turn around.
Oh.
Turned around. That fucking blows.
Yeah, it was all the way in my work boots.
You should have just worn the mask.
Oh.
don't have any hair.
That was way before the mask. That was way before the time of the beautiful, beautiful mask. We got a lot of live viewers here today. 36 people sitting at home watching.
Ah, it's a beautiful day.
Ansel, maybe you were onto something while we wanted to do a Thanksgiving turkey show. Of course, we'll do Saturdays from the bed or wherever.
Saturdays are fine. The only catch is I'm here, but from an undisclosed location, of course. So usually, but that's fine. I could swing that. Before I get too far away from it,
go ahead.
I'll get away from something. Before I get too far away from it, because I got to tell you about the altercation I had on a Metro North train.
Yes, please.
I had. I'll get to that. I teased earlier. The great and powerful Mr. Tom Cassidy was at the Soccer Ball Comedy Club in Stamford last Saturday, and we had a nice discussion about the state of MLC.
Really? Now, what was Tom's thoughts on what's going on with Brennan? Is Brennan drinking too much, and that's why his shows are bad, or what?
Well, they, like I said, there's some things I told him were off the record, so I'm a man of my word. I won't report on those, but I can report because I was telling him he had, as I always, because I told him, like, you got to get back on the show. Like, what are you doing? I love your reps because of the friction you have with Kevin.
Right.
Yada yada yada. I think we all the old MLC Burning Bridges people know what I'm talking about. If you don't look up the Tom Cassidy apps, they're great because Tom, both Philly boys. Tom's known him forever. Before I get to that, and it goes without saying, Cassidy fucking kills stand up. If you ever get
it was a good show.
Yeah, he's good. No surprise. He writes for everybody. He's a great writer.
Right.
Stand-up is kind of just a cherry on top for him. But he says he will not go back on the show. He said he's out of the Kevin Brennan business.
Whoa!
He said he still listens. He said he still listens to every episode, but he's out of the Kevin Brennan business as far as going on the show for reasons I can't totally disclose.
Oh my! Cut it, clip it, tweet it, folks. You heard it here first. Tom Cassidy is out of the Kevin Brennan business.
Like I said, he still loves the show, but as far as going on the show, yes. From what I hear from my communique with Mr. the great and powerful Cassidy, Tomedy. Whatever his nickname is, yes, they will not be returning as a guest. Apparently Kevin has asked him. They were in some sort of communique out of the Kevin Brennan business. What a beautiful exclusive, only here at Ski Mask Collective, where these other homos aren't in. These puppets and other losers aren't deep in the streets. I got birdies everywhere. We all remember my little birdies if you watch the show. I get reports from all over the world, truly.
People are chirping, I can tell you that.
Oh, I get messages from the deepest, darkest corners of the world of podcasting weekly, if not daily. There's a lot of things I choose not to disclose or keep in my pocket for a future time. So don't you worry about that, folks. Old Stancil Stradamus sees everything. I get word of everything, and I choose when to act. I read the Machiavelli. I know how to use these things.
People are asking if you've heard from Stu Kamens.
I haven't reached out to Stu. If you remember, a couple of years ago, after Stu actually was calling me almost weekly. Like, I don't even know why. It was pretty bizarre. I have Stu Kamens' number. Maybe next week we should send him the link.
Oh, that'd be fantastic if we get Stu Kamens on. He was always
next
a great
Saturday.
Guy too.
Yeah, he just sits there and gets.
Yeah,
Stu Kamens just sits there and gets high and doesn't know what's going on. He's a great, and then Kevin just gets mad at him. It's fucking wonderful.
It's fantastic. Wait,
the only guest to ever show his 1099. By the way, the only guest to ever show his bank statement, which was over $1 million.
Wow,
remember that?
Of course I remember. How could I forget? It was back in the good old days. The days that will soon never be forgotten, but not the same days as today, where the show stinks and the guests stink and there's no altercation because Kevin's drunk. And I think that, Kevin's an alcoholic.
How are you going to call an alcoholic, first of all? Second of all,
I know alcoholics. I know exactly how
he does have a point. If anybody would call him an alcoholic, it'd be maybe you guys are peas in the pot. A lot of times when people are alike, they don't like each other. I mean, I've always said I think Brennan and Bisconti are very similar in their in different ways, and maybe you and Brennan are very similar, and that's why you don't like each other.
Right. I mean, we have the same first name. Everyone knows that. I don't have to fucking hide it, disclose
Dude,
anything.
we don't hide anything. Dave, I'm David Dombrowski. Take off your
Right.
mask,
My name is
homos.
Kevin Shackelford, fag. So, take your mask off.
At Dave D23 on Venmo, by the way. No big deal.
Yeah, no big deal. Nothing huge. I was wondering about
I don't
that.
care anymore. I'm
I
homeless.
noticed you made your own Venmo with the sports mask out, and you do know you could have kept the original, and I would always send it to you, as you make more money off the show than I do. I always
Wait,
back
like
you.
this QR code here?
No, when you had the undercarriage on sports mask.
Yeah, but what are you saying? I make more money off the ski mask Venmo?
I always send you like more than half, just to keep you around. So I have a code.
Oh, so I could just use this?
Yeah, use that.
Is that the point? Oh, all right.
Yeah.
I didn't know if that was your own thing or.
No,
right.
throw that up, and then I always, if it comes from sports mask, I'll send it right to
All
you.
right. All right.
I'm gonna
just copy that.
Just so we don't confuse.
Hold on. Duty calls, folks. I'll be right here.
All right.
You ain't going nowhere. All right.
What are you saying?
I'm going back to it. I don't know who Tom Cassidy is.
He's a Philly comic.
Oh, okay. I don't.
He's
really
funny.
This I just hop on here and talk shit with you, and I enjoy it. But do you think it was because he was butthurt over the comments that got Kevin Brennan, exposed? Where everybody,
It's not a bad point, because there have been a couple of people that have said they would not be on MLC since Brennan made TMZ, as they have higher class jobs. That's a very, very good point, actually.
yeah, I mean that's what went through my head, because a lot of people are, worried to be associated with where they can be called out, and nowadays you just got to watch what you do. We don't give a shit. We never will. We never have.
No, never have. Beloved Chatter says, if Melton can call people fat, Ski can call people drunk. So beautiful, beautiful comment. Thank you, Beloved Chatter. Shout out Saint Ranger for the beautiful Thanksgiving message. Yes, I'm getting hammered today. Not yet, but I will be getting drunk. Julian says she's out of the KK Brennan business. Of course, I wouldn't have said the third K, but there is a lot going on out there. Cabana, I know you're busy, so you're welcome to run at any time. If you,
I'm here.
Shortly.
I'm back.
Go ahead, Cabana. Do your plugs, so that way you can get over.
Yeah, do your plug
to Dad's.
What am I supposed to plug? You want me to tell you where I work? Like, I don't.
Yeah.
We're just yes. Tell us exactly where you work.
All right, boys. My plugs are you two. You ever need anything, you come on down, and I'm gonna put a shovel in your hands and put you to work. All right, but
all right,
I'll give you a good living. We'll start you at 12.
What is the minimum wage? What's the minimum wage in Texas?
Like 7 something, or did they raise it?
What?
Yeah, it's like $7.25.
I thought the national. All right. Anyway, this is gay talk. Who cares about it?
All right.
All right.
All right. Y'all take it easy. I'll see y'all later.
All right, we'll gamble later.
There he goes. The great, powerful Cabana.
Great, powerful Cabana, who was replaced by Jim Stansel in the early years, if you haven't forgotten it. Cabana brought up a great point. You don't have to tell me, of course, but does Tom Cassidy not want to be associated with Brennan's show after the TMZ stories? Is that
no? I can answer no. Nothing to do with that. Okay, nothing really too serious. Just stuff. Again, man of my word. I told him it was off the record. So.
Absolutely no, 100%. I just wanted to, throw that.
That's how I keep my birdies. This is how I keep my birdies. I'm a man of my word, and people know that. And I'm an honorable man, and I'm a man of the truth. That's why they call me Stansel Stradamus, because everything I report is truth, and everything I've ever said is true.
Now,
in my whole life.
Kelly says she wants me to call her.
Give her a ring, that stupid old bitch. Here we fucking go. Now what?
Hello.
Hey, you wanted me to call you live on Ski Mask Collective, the best podcast in the world.
Oh, happy belated Thanksgiving.
Oh, thanks. Did you stuff a bird? Get your bird stuff? Get turkey basted or anything?
Yeah, all of the above.
Oh, nice. Very nice.
What are you guys talking about? I just got off work.
What do you think? We're talking about cock, like we always do.
Who's cock?
Everyone's cock. Cock, bed sizes, size of everything, size of room, size of
Yeah,
TV.
ask her what size her bed is.
What size is your bed?
King.
Of course.
Wow. A
Wow.
king for a queen.
Yeah, cheers to that. All right, anything to report from this week? What's going on out there?
Let's talk about two things. Let's talk about Stansel's outbreak on the train, his incident, and then let's talk about his makeout session with the geriatric.
Now we geriatric. We did cover that makeout session with the geriatric.
Well, she can wait. I did. We'll cover. I'll give you the train story when she's off because I don't want.
Would you like to weigh
get
in?
get her
I was
thoughts on the
surprised-
Kiki's mom.
I was surprised that you didn't have a problem with the makeout session. Now, what are your honest thoughts?
My honest thoughts was he was wasted
No.
and he was committing to a bit.
Yes.
I've felt Jim Stansel's lips on my lips before.
True.
No.
What do you think?
And it was probably better.
Oh, it was fantastic. I'm not going to lie. They were nice and juicy and wet.
Mm-hmm.
So.
But, you got to take care of the old ladies.
Yeah, I mean, she probably had the time of her life, making out with a beautiful, beautiful boy such as Jim Stansel.
She thinks he's pretty.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So he just stole my date to Gino's wedding.
He's not taking her to Gino's wedding.
Wow, I don't think.
Tell her I'm taking my voodoo priestess.
She'll take you.
What is
he doing?
He's
on his phone.
Yeah, he said he's taking his voodoo priestess to the wedding.
Oh, please do. Please take the Haitian to South Carolina.
All right, Kelly. Anything else to report? You're over the Bears?
I don't know the Bears. That's a whole other. I told them. I already told them I'm not taking them Monday.
Okay.
They suck.
That's fun. All right. Well, Stansel's yelling at you, so I gotta go.
Bye.
Bye. Wow. There you heard it there first, folks. I mean, what the fuck is all this shit? Hold on. I got some new voicemails, of course, that Kelly sent me. See what's going on.
Hey, Stancil, it's me, Ray DeVito.
Yeah.
The Blood Shark from the Rock Bottom podcast. Can't really talk for long, but I, Ray DeVito, have been going out of my way to take money off Patrick Melton's bank account and pretty much ruin his life. I did it. I'm Ray DeVito. I'm trying to sabotage Patrick Melton, the guy that's so fat that even his show title has a food in it. So anyway, Stancil, gotta go, but also tell your cunt friend Kelly to stop DMing the Irish guy. He doesn't like her. It's Ray DeVito.
Wow, you heard it there first, folks. I mean, I got
funny as I've heard Ray. It's about as funny as Ray's been.
Right, Ray has not been too funny lately.
Hey, Ski Mask, it's Husey.
Husey.
I said the voicemail before. My voice is sounding kind of Italian here, but anyway, I'm gonna say that I was just speaking to Ray DeVito there, and he's been making a lot of anti-big bed comments. I don't know if he's doing it online through burner accounts, but he is quite anti-king size big beds. I think it's disgusting what he's been saying. I've been pro big bed community for quite a while. So just be careful out there around Ray DeVito and his anti-king size propaganda.
Wow. So not only is Ray DeVito ripping off Patrick Melton, he's also anti-king size. Your thoughts?
There's a lot of bed envy going on. A lot of people masking it as other things, but there's a lot of bed envy going on in this world. I won't be taking this call. This is too important.
Not be put up with. I mean,
no. Wow, fucking Ray. What a fuck. And by the way, Husey said I'm banned from his podcast.
Really? I thought he was a fan of yours.
I don't know.
He said
you can't trust those English,
You really can't. I got a couple more here we'll play, then we'll play out the show as we always do, because we never have to do more than an hour because we just cover the news.
Yo, what's up, Stancil? It's Ray DeVito, the host of the Rock Bottom podcast, and the guy that's afraid of Husey, the guy that does the very entertaining It's Husey Hello podcast, which is available on all good streaming services. Hey, did you hear about any of this Kate Meany stuff? She told me not to tell anyone, but it turns out that she likes having a fist shoved right up her arse while your foot's right up her cunt while her mouth is full of cum. Which reminds me, get in touch with me for the Rock Bottom Christmas special. It's Ray DeVito, and I love you, Stancil.
Wow. So it sounds like Ray DeVito wants you on the Rock Bottom Christmas special that he does every year.
He's a bit of a sexual deviant, that Ray DeVito.
Yeah,
Real-
he's
real
I was a
sicko.
little, I don't know, did we play the ones where he was threatening my lady last week? Did we play those? I
I
can't
think we did. Sounds
played a couple
familiar.
of those. When was this? Got a couple more. I don't know why these are so funny. This is Wednesday, I think. Oh yeah, he's really not happy with his Kate Meany.
So it's Ray DeVito just recording another great episode of the Rock Bottom podcast there. Really frustrated today by the big news that the hot girl with the big jugs is removed from Scream 7. Everybody knows that Ray DeVito, my favorite film is Scream 5. So I'm struggling to get through that news. Also, Kate Meany's a cunt. Thanks for listening, and it's Ray DeVito.
What's his problem with Kate Meany?
I think because she was trashing MLC. She went back and forth. She had problems with Canoe on Twitter, and then it turns out she can't even spell the word trailer correctly. So there's a lot of going on about that. So she is trailer trash because Kevin, she got mad when Kevin called her trailer trash, and then she got mad and posted about it, but couldn't even spell the word trailer. So I mean, it's kind of evident that she is trailer trash. I'm trailer trash, but I can't even get a king size inside of a trailer. I don't think I could.
No.
And I've been in many a trailer, really many a trailer buying drugs back in Texas.
Well, wait, this trailer reminds me of a train. So
what happened?
So Tuesday had a rollicking time there over at Compound and reluctantly Sullivan's. I want to go to another bar every week, but I keep getting dragged to the same fucking place where we're disrespected. Blah 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 blah. Fast forward a bit. I meet up with a lady and we're on the
big jugs.
No, big ass. Tell you that.
Nice.
Yep. I'm a nice jugs though. Just not. I don't know if Dalton, Mr. Dalton Pruitt would approve. He likes the real big ones. I would love to get him rated by Dalton, who's doing God's work out there, by the way, with his jugs rating. Shout out to our friend of the show, Dalton Pruitt. On the Metro North train back to Stanford with the lady of the night,
which isn't a long ride.
No, under an hour.
Right.
Easy train ride. Do it all the time, obviously. We're talking there, obviously. It's a train. And then a guy turns around and says, 3-4 booths, rows ahead of us, and says, "Hey, can you guys shut up? You've been talking the whole train."
Ooh.
And listen, you could pretty much, whatever you imagine happened from there is probably correct.
Wow.
I don't remember exactly what I said, but it was a kind of reaction at.
Was the lady of the night impressed by your reaction?
Oh, she was impressed. Well, let me tell you what. So I can't tell you exactly the words. I know I started with, "Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't know this was a quiet car." I think the quiet cars are the front and the back of the train if you want that. Like, it doesn't matter. I was like, well, we're just gonna keep talking.
By the voice you just made, I already know what skin color he was.
No, it was. It's funny you say that because you'll love this. It was a. I don't know for sure what he was, but I surmised he was a Greek, so I just kept calling him a dumb Greek to his face. But yeah, so it escalated a bit. It never came to blows, but I basically just called him a moron. I told him to mind your fucking business or get on another car if you don't want to hear it. It's a train. It was 11 o'clock. It wasn't late. And I told him, it doesn't even matter. And it wasn't like we were screaming. We were literally talking, having a good time, but just talking. And this fucking big nosed Greek hairy fuck. He was bald, big nose. by himself. Like,
I
oh,
don't
you
know
gotta keep it
Goldilocks
down.
was in town.
Get fucked.
Now, was it were you actually angry? Was it one of your? Because I've seen you freak out. In
Oh
real
no, I
life.
was angry.
It's fucking scary. I've seen.
No, I was angry. So exactly. You see me angry.
I've
So I
seen
was
it.
angry. Yeah. I was angry to the point because I'm mature. I was like, I just got up and changed cars because I was like, I'm gonna fight this guy. So I got up with her, went to the other car. On my way, I was like, yeah, enjoy your quiet car, homo. I think I called him an F word actually.
Now, would it have been different if a lady of the night wouldn't have been with you? Let me ask you that.
Well, I wouldn't have been talking. So
true, but if something
so
like
the
that
story's not done.
Oh, I know. I'm just listening. I'm just asking questions.
Oh no, good. Yeah, no, I suck at telling stories anyway. No, it was about that we were just talking, we were listening to music. And by the way, earbuds, and these very earbuds, she had one, I had one. We were just listening to music, not out loud in our ears and talking. So yeah, eventually I'm like, you know what? I'm not gonna sit in this car. I'm being the not bigger man, but I'm just like I'm not fucking worrying about how we're talking.
I'm proud of you.
By the way, people scattered from this car while all this was happening. By the way, like it was about to be a shootout.
I've heard you angry before. I could just imagine.
Yeah, no, shut your fucking. Yeah, so then I wasn't aimed directly at him. I was in my seat, but very loud, obviously, so he could always hear. And I just went off about, oh, people can't mind their own fucking business nowadays. On a fucking car at 11 o'clock, this guy's worried about people fucking talking. Shut the fuck up. And then he was saying stuff. So eventually I got up and went to the next car. But then I was pissed off enough. I was like, you know what? I don't even want to be on the same train with this person. So I made us get, so I got off the train about 9 stops before ours, dialed up an Uber. And when I got out, I went over to the window of his car, knocked on it, and gave him the suck it, and it kept grabbing my balls until the train left. And that felt great. And then got a $70 Uber to my door.
Beautiful.
Yeah, all worked out. Got a private ride, told off a dumb, fat old Greek, and I win. I always win. Yay! Yay! I win.
Now, give us a quick update on the dog walking. What's going on with that? Have you had any more altercations with the dogs on leashes or people freaking out?
I'm glad you asked. I have not, but I had an opportunity the other day, and I was a very mature. I saw a guy walking.
You're getting more. The stories you're telling. I'm very proud of you.
I'm growing, and yeah, it was a guy walking his dog off the leash. Oh no, well, that actually was an altercation. Sorry. Well, that was a very small altercation at another park. I was literally done walking the dogs, and this guy. I'm the only car in this parking lot. Nice little park, but off the beaten path, so it's usually quiet, which is why I go there because my dogs are crazy. So let them run around. This guy pulls up, parks next. First of all, this is how you can tell people are lemmings right off the bat.
Why park right next to you, or why use the same urinal next to you?
Bingo. So that was the first thing where I already hate this guy. It was a Range Rover, obviously, because that's the only people that can afford to live here anymore. And he gets out, and these people who don't understand how to interact with people because all they do is work on a Zoom screen all day and haven't left their house in 3 years. Anywho, he gets out of my car. He said, "Are you putting your dog? Oh, are you putting your dogs in the car?" And I was like, "Is it, what?" I was like, "Yeah." I wasn't nice at all. I just said, "Yeah." And he was like, "Oh, well, my dog, I'm bringing my dogs out. They're friendly." And I just said to him, "Mine aren't." And I slammed my door and burned off in his face. Good. Fucking what? Mind your fucking business, people in the world. What are you fucking? What kind of
not minding their business?
They all here's the problem is they all live in these little fake fucking bubbles. So when a real nigga, they run into a real nigga out in the streets, they don't know how to act. I tell them how it is. I'm like, "Oh no, it's okay. Oh yes, oh your dog. Oh no, my dogs are not. My dogs are nice. My dog. Oh, your dogs. I'm sorry, my dogs don't get along with. I like to have a fucking conversation with you. Leave me the fuck alone. Nobody talk to anybody else. There's no reason to talk to strangers. You fucking idiots. Shut your fucking mouth. Do what you gotta do and leave strangers the fuck alone unless you need something. Because I'm gonna kill someone. It's coming soon.
I know it is. I'm proud of you. I mean, I'm surprised it didn't happen.
Teach these fuckers a fucking lesson.
Like I
The
said,
time is nigh. The time is nigh.
I've seen it in person, freak out from you. And what did I do? It was when I was over installing some outlets for you. I packed up my tools, I put them in my truck, and I just left. That's how scary it was, folks. I mean, it's literally scary to see you freak out. But
Yeah.
no, same thing happened. Mind your fucking business.
Mind your fucking business.
I had a lady the other day at the store I work at sometimes asking me for a certain product. So I show her, right? And then she wants me to grab it for her. I got other shit to do. And I go, lady, I'm showing you it. She goes, some kind of help you are. I don't know. I almost snapped a neck. I don't know how you did it that long, but I mean, it was just fucking.
Yeah, people don't know how to act because they've been locked in their house and they think everything is all butterflies and bubbles because they're so far removed from real world and real job and real fucking hardship around this area, especially. But in general, people are so lost in their screens and shit, they don't fucking live anymore. So they think they can. They think everything is a fucking Disney movie. Shut your fucking mouth. Stay the fuck out of our way. And if you open your mouth, I got to tell you to shut the fuck up, just like I did with that dumb Greek on the train.
It's like Pull Up Chatter says when people ask how his day's going, he says, none of your fucking business. It's none of your business how my day's going.
Yeah, shut the fuck up. I like the guy on the train. I could have easily said, oh yeah, my bad. We'll just go on the next train. But no, I'm not. I'm done. I'm not. No more inches to be given unless I'm giving this fat sixer to my black girl. Other than that, I'm not giving an inch to anybody's. Fucking stay out of my fucking way, or kill me, or just kill me.
Yeah, you know what? Maybe you could get murdered. Why don't you try to get murdered?
Good.
So you don't have to kill yourself, and then I'll follow the news.
Good. I'll be a martyr. Fine. Yeah. There's no more glorious way to die.
Of course, I'm joking, by the way, folks.
Yes, this is all a joke. Yes, of course.
Folks. I mean, I'm paying the money for the website for you guys just to buy the shirts. Go there, buy the pillows. Pajamas.
Christmas time. Beautiful bag, beautiful pillows, puzzles for the kids, towels for Ray.
And pajamas are coming soon. I just almost done, of course, decorating them, making sure the pajamas are nice, high, and tight for all of your king sizes. I know everyone in this chat definitely is sleeping on a king. You would be here otherwise.
All our viewers are kingers.
They're definitely kingers. I mean, there's no doubt about it. That's
you got to join the page. A lot of content up on the page recently. All the compound pre-games are up there. Yeah, you got to get on the page, and that helps us out. Give a couple bucks. Hold on. Amazon is here. I'll be right back.
All right, Amazon is there. He's got to go receive a big package. Speaking of packages, folks, send me a Twitter DM. Let me know what's going on below the belt. I was in talks with the officer the other day that I ran into, and I was asking him what was going on below the tactical.
How you doing, man?
And, he had to explain how big his cock was to me because, frankly, there's nothing he could have done. There's no way I could get in trouble for just asking what's going on below the tactical belt. And we need to know size, folks. I want just size of everything.
Dave.
Finger and morning hard-ons. Now, look, we're not addicted to super chats here. Bed size, boys. James on. Yes, thanks, sir. What's going on with the size of the bed?
I'm here.
The size of the hog. Either one. Either or. I don't care.
Wait, whose cock did you rate? Whose cock did you rate?
None. I was reading James R.
James R. is a good egg.
Bed size, boys. It's a great hashtag. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna start sneaking back into that hotel that I like to go to, and there's a locker room in there, and you see a lot of hogs. I might just start going live and seeing some hogs.
I talked about it on Sports Mass last week. I was naked in the locker room this morning. I shower at gyms. I get naked. I get naked. If you're scared of, I don't want to show my. What are you, fucking 12? Exactly. Take your fucking clothes off in the gym locker room. Even if you don't need to, take them off and put them back on. Nothing more manly than fucking letting it hang in front of other dudes.
Seriously, because at the end of the day, you know you don't want to put that into another man. So just drop it. Just drop it. Stop
It's
thinking
dominance. It's
everyone's
a sign of
gay.
dominance. Oh, I stand there.
So is a king size bed. Both are signs of dominance, folks. Okay?
Alpha.
You got to be an alpha male. You got to have the king size. You got to go homeless for a little bit. You got to just drop your fucking drawers, stop being a bitch, and just pull your fucking cock out. All right? And blow all your money gambling. Who cares? Blow
Fight
it.
people on a train.
Fight them now. Sports Mass Collective this Thursday or Friday, folks. Tune in. One of the best shows on the planet. We'll see you guys next week.